Namaste everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. I am Pooja Sharma. In the previous video, we talked about various health insurance policies options available to us in the market, and in the end, I also talked about the deductions which the insurance company charges and the policy holder has to pay out of his own pocket. So there are multiple reasons behind those deductions. In this video, we are going to discuss three major reasons behind these deductions charged by the insurance companies. So let's get started. But before we actually get started, it's important for us to understand the meaning of deduction. So what is a deduction? So deduction is that amount from the hospital bill that is not settled by the insurance company, and it's the policy holder who has to bear the brunt and has to pay that amount out of his own pocket. Now, let's discuss about the three major reasons behind these deductions. So, number one is room rent limit. Number two is special expenses related to COVID-19 treatment. And number three is the UCR charges, that is the usual, customary and reasonable charges. Let's start with number one, room rent limit. As you might have already heard in the news, or you might have experienced yourself, that hospitals are charging astronomical amount for the room rent charges. However, health insurance policies, on the other hand, they have a limit on per day room rent charges. Now, such cappings result in significant deductions in your claim amount. What's worse is that the final claim amount also attracts the proportionate deduction. Now, what is that? Proportionate deduction means that not only the customer will pay the difference between the paid room rent and the eligible room rent, but he also has to proportionately bear all the associated expenses. Suppose you're hospitalized for 10 days and the room rent limit in your policy is rupees 5,000 per day. But because of the shortage of hospital beds, the hospital provides you a room with a room rent of rupees 10,000 per day. Now, the difference is coming out to be rupees 5,000 per day. In this case, not only will the insurer deduct rupees 5,000 into 10, that is 50,000, but a percentage will also be derived for proportionate deduction. Now, this percentage in this case is coming out to be 50%. How is this derived? This is derived by dividing 5,000, that is the difference, by the given room rent charges, that is rupees 10,000. And the percentage here is 50%. Now, the insurer will also deduct 50% from all the other expenses like doctor visits, surgery, and diagnostic costs that are linked to the treatment undertaken in that room. Thus, to avoid paying inflated bills on medicines and incidentals when staying in a deluxe or a private hospital, make sure that you have a health insurance policy that covers a higher ceiling or does not have a room rent capping at all, so that even if you get such a room, the insurance policy can cover the extra cost that you may incur. So now let's talk about the second one, that is special expenses related to COVID-19. A COVID-19 treatment requires a special hygiene like PPE kits, dedicated staff, waste management, etc. So the hospitals, they are charging for all these separately in the bill. Health insurance policy, however, on the other hand, considers these to be part of the room rent charges and hence do not account for or pay for them separately. The cost of PPE and the cost to manage a COVID-19 patient can be as huge as 5 to rupees 8,000 per day, and the hospitals charging them separately and the insurance companies on the other hand not wanting to pay them separately. It's the policy holder at the end of the day who has to suffer and pay these expenses out of his own pocket. Let's talk about the third one, the UCR charges, or the usual, customary and reasonable charges. The UCR charges are the existing fees for health services in a particular geographical area. The charges for treatment are generally considered to be reasonable if it falls within the commonly charged fees for that particular treatment in that particular area. For example, the treatment charges for cardiovascular diseases, and if you check out in Bangalore, then the price starts from rupees 70,000 and can go up to rupees 6 lakhs. However, in New Delhi, it starts from 1,70,000 and it can go up to rupees 4,50,000. Likewise, if we are going to check out the treatment charges for angioplasty, so in Bengaluru, it starts from 50,000. However, in Kolkata, it's just 45,000, and in Mumbai, it is 55,000, and likewise, it can go up to rupees 5,50,000 and 3,41,000. This usual, customary, and reasonable clause is used by insurance companies to restrict the claim amount payable in accordance with what they deem reasonable, and A lot of claims are thus settled only partially due to this clause. Hospital charges are not regulated in India, but the insurers, they are trying to enforce a set of standard charges on the hospitals. Hospitals, on the other hand, they are actively resisting such standard rates. So we understand that if the insurance companies are not the ones who are going to pay these extra charges, it's us who has to ultimately pay these charges to the hospitals. So that's all for this video. We discussed three major reasons behind deductions charged by the insurance companies. One was room rent charges, second reason was special expenses related to COVID-19, and the third was the UCR charges, that is the usual, customary and reasonable charges. In the next video, we are going to cover whether your health insurance company covers home care treatment for COVID-19 or not. Or if you want us to talk about any different topic, do let us know in the comment section. We'll be more than happy to cover that as well and provide all the knowledge on that particular topic. If you have any doubts about your insurance policies, do talk to your insurance agent and gain clarity on all the topics discussed in this video and the previous video as well. And if you feel that this video added some value to your life, then consider subscribing to the channel and give this video a huge thumbs up. Make sure that you're sharing this video with all your family members and all your friends and relatives so that they can also gain some insights on this important topic. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and namaste.